Hello children, we have learnt about the effects of electric current. Current carrying conductor produces heat. About Joule's law of heating I have learnt in the second chapter. Now we are going to deal with the magnetic effect of electric current. Mechanical effect of electric current we are going to deal in the last part of this lesson children. Hans Christian, while he was working in his laboratory, he found that a compass needle kept near the current carrying conductor got deflected. He was wondering why this happened, and he found that that must be due to the magnetic field produced by this current carrying conductor. On increasing the current strength, the needle got more deflected. On reversing the current, the needle was deflected in the opposite direction. You compare these two. On reversing the current, the magnetic needle got deflected in the opposite direction. So after looking into all these things, Hans Christian confirmed that current carrying conductor is associated with the magnetic field. Initially, electricity and magnetism were dealt as two different chapters, but this electromagnetism is the new chapter. It includes both the electric and the magnetic force, right? In electromagnetism, it consists of both the electric force and magnetic force simultaneously, right? Next, we are going to learn about the magnetic field around a straight conductor carrying current. For this, you have to consider a cardboard. You have to take a cardboard, make a hole, and you have to insert a wire. Insert a conductor, straight conductor to the into the hole. Connect the ends of the conductor to the battery and the key. And next, what you have to do is you have to spray the iron fillings. Switch on the current and tap the cardboard gently. You can see that the iron dust is arranged in certain pattern, which shows that the magnetic field are concentric circles, and the magnetic field center is at the axis of the conductor. Next thing of what is noted is if the current strength is increased, if the I value is increased, magnetic field also increased. As you move away from the wire, as R increases, the magnetic field strength was found to be decreasing. To find the direction of the magnetic field, you know that the magnetic field is circular in shape. So the direction should be either clockwise or anti-clockwise. To find the direction of magnetic field, right hand grip rule is used. So what we'll see what is right hand grip rule children. Now look at this diagram. The current carrying conductor has to be you have to hold using your right hand, hold the current carrying conductor, right? This thumb points the direction of I. Thumb is in the direction of I. The fingers you curl around the conductor. This curled finger represent the direction of the magnetic field. You can see that you have curled the finger in the anti-clockwise direction. So the direction of the magnetic field must be anti-clockwise. Got it children? This is right hand grip rule. Thumb points in the direction of the current, curled finger points the direction of magnetic field. In this case it is anti-clockwise. So next, not only the straight conductor carrying current will produce magnetic field, even the conductor is circular, that will also produce the magnetic field. So how to make a circular loop? For that what you can do is you have to take a cardboard, instead of one hole you can put two holes, okay, drill two holes, A and B. Take a wire, pass it through the hole A, bend it, take it out of B, okay, B hole. Now ends are connected to battery, key and the rheostat. Now as usual what you have to do, switch on the battery, you have to spray the iron and iron dust, and you have to tap the cardboard. You can see the magnetic field or shape of the magnetic field. Iron fillings are arranged in this pattern that shows the magnetic field are circular, right? At the point A and B, magnetic fields are circular in shape. At the center of the loop, you can see that magnetic field are almost parallel, right? The curvature of the field decreases and they are parallel, they become straight. So at the center of the loop, magnetic field lines are straight, parallel to each other and almost uniform, right? So how the magnetic fields can be increased? If you increase the number of turns, this is a single turn, this loop is a single turn, right? On increasing the turns like this, here you can see 3 loops here. So on increasing the number of turns or increasing the current strength, in either way magnetic field can be increased. So already you know that current carrying conductor will produce a magnetic field. This will act as a magnet. So magnet means it must have the south and the north pole. How to find which end will have the south and which end will have the north pole? For that you can use the end rule. We call it as the end rule. For that you have to look from one end of the coil. The end you are looking at the coil. If the current is flowing in clockwise direction, that end represents the south pole. So this end must be the south pole. If it is south pole, the other end will be the north pole. In the other case, if you look at from this end, if the current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, see, if the current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, that end will be the north pole, right? So if you look from this end, if the current is flowing in the clockwise direction, that end must be the south pole, the farther end will be the north pole. You can take this as the clue, children, this diagram as the clue. If the current is in the clockwise direction, that will be the south pole. Current is arrow mark, okay, current is in the anti-clockwise direction, that will be the north pole. You can take this as the clue. So both the straight conductor carrying current and also the circular coil carrying current, both will produce the magnetic field. Okay children, I hope you understood. Thank you.